What is up, YouTube? I'm NintendoMan64 and I am giving you guys an update about what to expect around the channel. Now this is strictly going to be an LP update, mostly because I have nothing else to say about any of the other shenanigans that we're doing here at the channel. I mean, honestly, the openings are what they are. Author's Note is what it is, and of course the compilations are nowhere near being done because those things take a very long time to make, so we're not going to be worrying too much about those right now. If you had any questions about them, you can always feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm currently not taking openings requests though, because I'm still working out getting all the files ready and prepared. In case you haven't noticed, those are a lot of old files that I have, so I'm trying to get better looking files for what I could use for those. But like I said, if you have any questions about those or any questions about anything, feel free to leave them. I'm not taking requests though, so if you leave a request, it's probably either going to get ignored or erased. Okay, this is going to be strictly an LP update. And the first thing I have to talk about is a bit of bad news for myself personally. I'm not sure how you guys take it or not, but for me, it's a bit disappointing, and it's not disappointing that the game is bad, it's just the fact that the game is overwhelming. And that game is Xenoblade Chronicles. That game is going to get postponed for a while. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not doing it, I'm not saying that there's zero chance it'll happen next year. But for a while, it's going to be weighted down and held down by other Let's Plays because I've logged 40 hours into this game and I'm only 65-66% of the way through the story, from what I've been told. It's an overwhelming game. I have 40 hours logged in. It is absolutely ridiculous. But it's another reason why when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, and it's ultimately going to come out, I won't be playing Kingdom Hearts 3 blind for you guys, because I think that game is going to be very overwhelming. So I want to play it multiple times first, and then play it for you guys. Now granted, you guys already know what happens, I'll already know what happens, but you know what? You're not really here for the reactions, or if you're here for the reactions, you're here because I have comedic reactions to things, or epic reactions to things. Xenoblade is out, but not... Well, it's down, but not out. It's getting pushed back because, like I said, it's gonna take a very, very long time to do. It is a very, very, very big project, and I'd rather save that for when I have either downtime or when I can cut the amount of Let's Plays I'm doing at a time, because I've done some calculating, guys. Cutting out the grinding to periods that you have in Xenoblade, and cutting out all the side plots and the quests that you have to do on the side from the main story. Cutting those out, I would get the entire story of Xenoblade Chronicles done. Cutting all that side stuff out, no, mind you, and I'd like to do some of that side stuff, but cutting all that side stuff out, hypothetically, the project would take me 70 episodes. 70. Yeah, I didn't say 17, I said 70. 7-0. As in, if I cut down all my projects and left Xenoblade as the only one I was working on, it would take me 10 weeks. And I can't do that. Not have one Let's Play be the entire focus of one thing, unless it was an extenuating circumstance, like if it was a Kingdom Hearts game, or if it was a Pokemon game that's been dragging on for too long, or something along those lines. Xenoblade is down but not out. However, I am here to confirm. This is not rumored. This is not believed or thinking about. These next 6 games are confirmed successors to the 3 I have right now. Now, I'm going to be starting them in hypothetical start dates. Now, these start dates are not guaranteed with the exception of one. But for the most part, they're not guaranteed. They're basically just dates I'm pulling out of thin air because I don't know how long Mario Party DS is going to last. I have no idea how long Conker's is going to last, and I have no idea how long the Pokemon Black is going to last. But with that said, I already spoke of his name already. We're going to be dropping the first hint of the next game we're playing, which is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Now, Conker's is guaranteed. I know from what I've been asked a couple of times by my friend Nick. I went to the store today, and he was like, "Well, you told me you were working on it, but it's not coming out. Like, did you just give up?" I'm like, "No, I didn't give up. It's just I want to get a decent amount of the way into the game before I start a project. Any of the projects, like with the exception of Mario Party DS. That's literally the only project I've worked on recently that I haven't done things like months in advance. Like Mario Party DS, I recorded a week before the first episode went up. So yeah, but Conker's is guaranteed, and it has a guaranteed start date, which is September 15th. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not starting it on September, I believe the 8th? Yeah, September 8th. No, wait, or September 9th. Yeah, September 9th, I think that's the case. Let me see, hold on one second. Calendar. Yeah, September 9th. You might be wondering, why am I not starting it on September 9th? Well, that's because I don't want to start Conker's on an odd note and have it end on an odd episode. Like, have it end on and keep starting things with only one episode for a whole week. And what I want to do with Conker's and my secondary Let's Plays in general is have 2 episodes a week at a time, so you'll be able to see little bits of everything. Granted, you won't see the whole project, but you'll see little tidbits and all. And I gotta be honest with you, this game is part of the reason why I can't play Xenoblade right now, because this game takes up so much of my time and so much of my energy, because this game is insane. You will hear laughing fits and loudness that I don't think I've ever reached, with a few exceptions. Maybe fighting Juan in Pokemon Emerald, and maybe getting random stars in Mario Party. That's probably the only time I've ever been louder and more obnoxious, which is with this game. And guaranteed September 15th is when it starts. But don't worry about September 9th. I've got it taken care of. I have something special planned for that day. Call it a Flashback Friday, Throwback Thursday thing. You'll get the drill when we get to that. Conker's will in turn be replaced when it ultimately ends with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Yes, this is one that came from a bolt from the blue. I was hoping to hold off on this project so I could get a partner to work with me, but you know what? Honestly, for me, I don't really want to work with a partner the more I think about it, because you're really relying a lot on someone who may not be able to be relied upon. Trust me, I've had a lot of bad experiences dealing with partners in high school. It was not pleasant. But Smash Bros. Is not a game that requires 2 people. It would have been nice to have a second person, but hey, that's fine. It's a game that I can now do in depth almost as much as I do a Pokemon game in depth, so yeah, the Smash Bros. Let's Play is going to encompass Subspace, a round of Classic, a round of All-Stars, maybe event matches, I'm not sure, and then I'm gonna end with just like a super fight thing. I don't know. we'll figure it out. I may end it with a Smash Bros. For the Wii U episode. I'm not sure yet, but all I know is right now, Smash Bros. Brawl is going to follow Conker's, which I originally thought was going to be 30 episodes, but according to my friend Nick, I've gotten pretty far into the game with only 12 episodes. Mostly because I'm not dying left and right like I thought I would be. But that could change, you never know. That game is demented. But Super Smash Bros. Brawl is going to be an in-depth coverage of a lot of the things that make that game as good as it is. And that's ultimately going to be the secondary project, secondary project I'm going to confirm. Before I get to the primary projects, I want to talk about the tertiary projects. Because I have two, and these two are 100% confirmed at this point. I originally wanted to play Mario Party 4 after Mario Party DS. That is going to change because I'm going to need some time to beat the game, get all the stuff we need to get for that game, like unlock all the mini games, all that. So I decided to get a replacement. And I think you guys will be quite happy because by the time Mario Party DS ends, as I'm planning in my head, like around December, that's sort of when Rogue One is coming out, isn't it? You see where this is going. We're playing a Star Wars game. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Well, it's not complete now thanks to The Force Awakens, but we will be covering all of the Lego Star Wars-ishness things from The Phantom Menace to Return of the Jedi. I will be making many Phantom jokes at the expense of the prequels and praising the original films and praising everything about that game because honestly that game is way too good for its own good. And yeah, that game is like really too good for its own good, so I'm not going to be worried too much about that. It's going to be a nice, quick Let's Play, 6 per episode, so it should be 36, unless I cover bounty hunting missions, which will get me up to about 40, 45 episodes, which isn't bad because, hey, it's a fantastic game, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it because it's Lego and it's Star Wars, so come on. Okay, and following Lego Star Wars is finally Mario Party 4. Now, Mario Party 4 is one I've held off on for a long time because my disc of it does not work. I got a disc from a friend, and it will run only in my GameCube. The problem, I have another disc that will only run in my GameCube, and that's Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I kind of like XD Gale of Darkness more than Mario Party 4, but again, Mario Party 4 is not a bad game. Good news is, as you guys have seen in my updates on Facebook, or if you've seen the videos I posted on Facebook, that Dolphin emulator is working, and I will be playing Mario Party 4 on that. Not all the games work on it, though. XD Gale of Darkness and Mario Sunshine are ones that don't work. But I'm going to try to find a way to get those to work, ultimately. But yeah, Mario Party 4 is going to follow that. I'm going to cover all the main boards in that game. I'm also going to cover the back or the side stuff like I'm going to be doing with Mario Party DS, which you'll see in a couple of weeks. And then ultimately, like I did with Mario Party 3, ending with my favorite minigames, because Mario Party 4 has some of the best minigames that I've seen in a long time for any Mario Party game. And I didn't play Mario Party 4 a lot when it first came out, but I definitely played. I'll definitely be playing it more often. Alright, on to the primary two. Now, these are two that I've hinted at for a while, and I sort of confirmed it in the mid-year update, this next one. And that's Kingdom Hearts Days. And that is the next Let's Play that will follow Pokemon Black. And it's gonna be an interesting Let's Play, because unlike the other Kingdom Hearts games, where your actions sort of dictate how the story goes, this one, it's sort of the opposite. The story dictates the action. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there are gonna be a lot of repetitive gameplay aspects of Days that you might get bored with. But it's the story and the characters that are going to really, that hold the game together, because if the game had bad characters and bad story, the whole game would have fallen apart. Because the gameplay can be that obnoxious and bad. But, like I said, it's the characters and it's the story that drive that game. And it was a Kingdom Hearts game for me that for a long time I was sort of wishy-washy on it. But after playing it again, I remembered this game is legit. It is a very, very good game, and I will not hesitate to play it again. It is, like I said, an excellent game. Following Kingdom Hearts Days is another one that I've been teasing for a little bit, and it's going to be going out of order in terms of what I plan to do for Phase 2 of the Pokemon games on my channel. But you know what? I don't care. This is a Pokemon game that I think gets way too much flack and is not recognized for the goodness that it is, and that is Pokemon Colosseum. Now, Pokemon Colosseum, as many big-time Pokemon fans would know, is not your average Pokemon game. You do have the same general mechanics of the turn-based battling and all that, but it is definitely different. There are a lot of things about it that make normal Pokemon fans go nuts. But there are also other aspects of the game that make it really unique. And honestly, the Colosseum series is my favorite Pokemon series, if you had to ask me. But it's not main story, like it's not any of those specifics. One thing I do like about it, however, is the fact that it introduces you to so many of the old school Pokemon, and not even Kanto. Like, the game you cannot access a Kanto Pokemon in the main story of the game. It's all Johto and Hoenn, and most of it is Johto Pokemon. So it reminds you how good not how good, because a lot of them were kind of mediocre, but it reminds you how good the gameplay elements that were introduced in Gold and Silver and Crystal were, along with introducing you to a few new Hoenn Pokemon. And you will see some Kanto Pokemon, like I believe, from what I remember, Vileplume, Pikachu, Machamp, Alakazam, they all show up in it. But you can't use them, obviously. But you'll get more when we get into it, but yeah, Pokemon Colosseum will follow Kingdom Hearts. And honestly, that's the one Let's Play that I'm really excited about. After that, there's a lot of ambiguity. There's a bunch of Let's Plays I'm thinking about doing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is likely going to follow Mario Party 4. So we can just finish that. Because I don't expect Mario Party 4 to be too long. Though I expect it to be somewhat long. The way I see it, I'm thinking that Star Fox Assault could follow, Super Smash Bros. That's like another one that I'm thinking about. I'm just not like all in on, if you know. And then for the one following Pokemon Colosseum, I have no idea. It may be Xenoblade for all I know. It may be, I have been thinking about doing Super Mario 64 DS. I don't know. But all you guys needed to know is that those 6 that I've just confirmed are the ones that are going to succeed the 3 I have right now. So, thank you guys for listening to me. I am NintendoMan64. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them. I will be more than happy to discuss anything that's going on with you guys, in case you guys are planning Let's Plays of those and you don't want them to conflict with each other. That is 100% fine with me. We can discuss. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time I have to make an update. Sayonara!